You don't need deliverance, you need discipline. See, what it is, the problem that we have as believers is that because of our lack of spiritual discipline, we always need deliverance. You always go to church, always going to the prayer line, always going to the altar, always asking the brothers and sisters to pray for you. You need deliverance, you're under attack, you're under spiritual attack. Well, the reason why that always keeps happening to you in your life is because of lack of spiritual discipline. The more spiritually disciplined you are, is the less deliverance you're going to need. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for deliverance. But what I find is that getting delivered is easy, but staying delivered is the challenge. And to stay delivered and to keep your deliverance, you have to be spiritually disciplined. If you've been delivered from the occult, delivered from fornication and lust, and you've been delivered from all these different types of addictions and hatred and bitterness. For you to keep that deliverance, you have to be spiritually disciplined. You have to continue to be spiritually disciplined, because the time when you start to lack spiritual discipline, that's the time when those evil spirits that you was delivered from, they're going to find their way back into your life. They're going to worm their way back into your life. That's why I'm saying to you is that you don't need deliverance, you need discipline. So today, start living a spiritually disciplined spiritual life. Start reading the Bible properly. Start praying. Start being consistent in your walk with God. Because the days when you stop being consistent, you need to be mindful that's going to be the time when you're not spiritually disciplined or consistent. That's going to be the time when the enemy is going to start to wind his way back into your life. Next thing you know, you're living like the old man. You're going to be living like the person that you were before you were saved. And you don't want that, because attached to that life is all forms of craziness that we don't want to be going through. So you don't need deliverance. You need discipline. Obviously, you need deliverance. There's a time for that, but you need discipline.